You talked to him? This was the only time you talked to him was this morning?
Yeah, she saw the appointment last week.
I love it when people tell me that I strip them of the due process rights that you wrote into it, since I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. You've been appointed counsel, or you've had counsel. Now, Miss Minaldi. Before that was John West.
Yes, sir.
And if they fail, then that's their problem. That they have to answer to me and the bar association, and their license gets risked. And but accusing me of stripping you of your due process rights. Due process rights. The most important thing was to have competent counsel. If they have no competent counsel with detail or whatever reason, you don't blame the judge.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That's the way that should be. Ms. Minaldi had been appointed, who's a fine lawyer as well. But you're asking what?
He has indicated to me that he wishes to have his set for trial and to have another opportunity.
So I want to attorney see me.
You want to represent yourself?
Yes, sir. I don't trust y'all to talk.
Studio microphone. Whoa, he wants to fire every lawyer and go full, I'll defend myself because no one else gets me. Classic sovereign citizen energy, but without the sovereign citizen script.
Counsel, like my rights have been violated continually over and over again. Like I would request John West for my. Now I haven't seen anything against me, no evidence, nothing like that. I have been sitting in Chicago jail for 2 years for medical issues.
How many times would you say Mr. West came to see you?
He came to see me one time at the jail. I think I only made come see me. He never see me at all.
Hold on.
He brought me to finish
Wait, hold on. How long were you in jail?
I had been in jail for 9 years.
1 year?
He came to see me for the first time. He came to see me up here, but he told me, so like, he came talk about my case. I actually there's nothing against me at all. And I've been trying to come see you. And go requesting things. My dad's called the court coordinator requesting to get motions out filed on. I'm spending $1.99 and I have the right to be present in court. Well, I guess part of due process, confirmation clause.
Yeah, that's not what this is. Sir. That's not what it's I don't have written a lot on it on the Constitution. It's not a debate on the Constitution, but
John West did inform him he became aware of a conflict because he was in the code in the case, so that also might be a reason as why.
when was John West appointed, though?
It was appointed to me in June of 2004.
Let's go. We're going on 2 years. He's only talked to you one time?
Studio microphone. Okay, pause. Only one attorney visit in 2 years? That's more than a red flag. That's a police car light 5-alarm siren. If true, this guy may actually have a point about ineffective legal counsel.
One time,
How did you get appointed?
Yeah, she's been
Well, how did? Okay, yeah. Well, see, what is bothering me is why I wasn't told that he had only been. He had only for 2 years. He's only seen one time.
There was an issue with the code and it's
Well, I did, but
I'm not sure how
that doesn't stop somebody from representing. I mean, if they don't see him, they're not representing.
Well, it's a code judge, he can't legally talk to us.
So,
Yeah, but somebody can walk up to me and tell me something. I mean, that's a problem with y'all, but I mean, he's only been seen one time in 2 years, not all.
I just know that that's me. That's all I see.
And nobody's. Well,
I didn't even have it. Some point,
I don't.
Lewis as his attorney as well.
Well,
And he had Marvin Lewis as his attorney.
did you ever see Marvin Lewis?
I've never tried to
He's never. That doesn't mean if you're unable to hire somebody,
Yes, sir.
we don't wait for you to sign. We get you lawyers so that they can talk to you. And you're supposed to communicate. If they're not
talking, sorry,
we can't. We can't
apologize.
Yeah, it's okay.
Studio microphone. This judge is visibly irritated. And judges rarely show irritation, unless they feel the system they run is being disrespected or has malfunctioned. The tension is rising, folks.
But it needs to get to me. Nothing's getting to me. Like being presented to me. But so Marvin Lewis is representing you. He never called. That doesn't happen on my watch normally. Yeah. So,
I've been trying to address the issue. Feels like this case, it's all matters to me. Like, trying to prove my innocence and trying to fight my case. So,
Judge, also, it looks like Mr. Lewis had his case at the 252nd. So how the case ended up over here, I was not quite sure why it was. So,
you're in the 257 again?
they're out there in the queues this whole time.
No, I don't think so. I think for some reason it started off in the 257, which is probably where a plot began and never got unfinished.
4 co-defendants, we had 3 of them over there, I think. Probably moved it over to be with the others. Not sure. I have all 4. Let out 2 of them.
How long have you been representing?
2 stars.
She's good about getting the people.
I appreciate talking to me when you go in. Right?
And you watch that.
You want a trial, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
She's able to represent you, but you'd probably go to trial if you requested me to appoint somebody off the trial docket wheels. I just,
Oh, yeah, like I'm
they're all competent lawyers. She would take probably a longer time because she's one of the defenders and they have a ton of cases that are all lined up for trial.
just don't want to have to go through all the ways. Like, I need to really go by myself. I just,
Here's what you're gonna have to do is fill out today, right here before you leave, an indigent form. If I declare you indigent, which I'm sure I will, then I'm gonna appoint a lawyer immediately to represent you for trial. And we can put it on the trial docket right now. You understand? I'll fill that out. Okay. And that's what you want. Fine.
yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I don't want to attorney though. I don't want to be attorney for anybody. I just don't trust any point of counsel. I appreciate
Let
all
me,
the
let me ask you, have you ever represented yourself in trial?
I am going to chance being wrong and keep going. I've been done so wrong with like years. I appreciate y'all concern I can do. I'm not trying to be any type of way. I just really take a chance on myself.
Do you know how long that decision is?
Studio microphone, here comes the lecture, and honestly, he needs it. Representing yourself sounds brave, until you realize the legal system is a maze and you don't even have the map.
Yeah. It's so long. I mean, I was only practiced law for 45 years, since 1979.
Sir, I appreciate the
Hold on. You speak over me, and that's not right. Okay. I'm just slightly, like, done this for 45 years. And it's true. Someone who represents themselves has a fool for a client. That's an old, that was an adage that came up way before I was born. Because it doesn't change. People who are trained in the practice of law are more confident. You are not aware of the rules of evidence. You're going to be held to them. And if you don't follow the rules of evidence, then you are punished in the trial. When I say punished, you're trying to get things done, and if the court says that's not the way it's done, I'm not allowing it, you lose opportunities to prevail in the trial. You don't need them. You lose battles. Number one. And you got the Code of Criminal Procedures. The Penal Code. You're charged with penal code violations. People went to law school for them. Now, some lawyers, unfortunately, like at every profession, some people, some give everybody else a bad name, but by and large, the people who practice in this court do a fine job. That sounds like it is an aberration. What is that? There's no way that you shouldn't have been discussing this and gone over this. That doesn't mean that the Bar Association has failed you those hands. And that's just the way it is. You just don't say, I'm sick, I have a bad doctor, I'm not gonna go get fixed, but I have a disease that if I don't get help, I'll die. I'm just gonna die. That doesn't make any sense. Competent. What I'm gonna do is send somebody over to you. You decide after you talk first, okay? Because truly, something should have been told to me that they never came to talk to you. And here's what we're going to do is I'm going to have a hearing with those and find out why that happened. And I'm going to ask you to be present. Because these are people who work on my behalf when I appoint them. And if they're failing, then they're going to be answerable to this court and the bar association, as well as to you.
I guess I would agree or, I haven't been able to obtain any evidence for myself.
That's incredible. I don't understand it. There's nobody who has not discussed evidence against you with anyone in 2 years. That's preposterous. That shouldn't have happened.
Studio microphone. This is the turning point. The judge is now promising a full accountability hearing for the defense lawyers. For the first time, the defendant actually gets a win, and the room shifts.